Again, we are taking each figure here and we are going to find the area. On your page, you have the area, the formula for area of a triangle, correct? What is the formula for area of a triangle?
1/2 base times height.
1/2 base times height. So we're going to use our formula to help us find the area. Now we don't know what x and y and c and d are, do we? We don't know those values. So it's just going to be an expression. Our area is going to be represented as an expression. So look at this first triangle over here for right now. Look at this triangle here on the left-hand side. Let's find the area. It's 1/2 times the base. Well, what is the base? What's the expression? It's not a number, it's an expression.
4x.
Yeah, we consider this the base of our triangle, don't we? That's our base, b. 4x to the 4th, y to the 5th. So I'm going to put this expression in for b in my formula. 4x to the 4th, y to the 5th. Times the height. Well, what is the height of this triangle? It's given right here. 3x to the 2nd, y to the 2nd. You guys know enough about monomials that you should be able to simplify this. Can you simplify this expression? Yeah, we should be able to. Let's start with our coefficients. What is half of 4? 1/2 times 4 is 2. And then 2 times 3? 6. So A equals A for area equals 6 times x to what power? We have 4x to the 4th times x squared is really x to the 6th. Y to the 7th. This is the expression we would use for area. 6x to the 6th, y to the 7th. Look at this second figure. Could you easily find the area of this one? Well, sure we can. Let's again use our formula. Area equals 1/2 times base times height. What is the expression that's representing our base?
2cd cubed.
2cd cubed. Times, what's the expression representing our height?
C squared d to the 6th.
5c squared d to the 6th. Again, we should be able to simplify this expression based on our rules of monomials. What is half of 2?
1.
1 and 1 times 5?
5.
So we have 5. C to what power?
3.
1 plus 2 is 3. D to the
9.
9. 3 plus 6 is 9. Let's go to the next slide, if you would, please. The next slide, we have 2 different figures. Now, I'm not giving you the formulas because I want you to look them up. In your textbook, there is a spot where you can find your formulas. Sorry, for a second. It is on the cover. If you look at the back side, not really the cover, it's like the last page. So you need your book. What are they asking us to find? What unit of measure? Are we finding area, volume, surface area? Volume. Doesn't it tell us to express the volume? What shape would you consider this right here, this first picture? A cylinder, right? So do you see where it tells us to find the volume of a cylinder? And the last, I'm looking at the top box, those are formulas. You see where it says cylinder? Put your finger on it. Christian, please you can get with somebody else. Chris, you need to move to sit with somebody else. You can do the formula too. Put your finger on it so I know that you know right where it's at. Okay, let me go. Megan, that needs to be put away. Something. Alright, it needs to be up here. When we find volume for cylinder, what is that formula? V equals pi times r squared times h. Now, pi is a number, isn't it? What number is pi? 3.14. What about radius? That's r. R stands for radius. Do we know the radius of our cylinder? It's given right here. This is our radius. 2xy. So times 2xy. Times the height. Well, what's the height? Okay. Now, if we took our cylinder and we turned it on its side, wouldn't this be the height? We took it and we just flipped it. That would be the height. Kelby? Yes, and I did look right over that. Thank you, Kelby. We do need to put this in parentheses squared because Kelby is right. We're taking that radius and squaring it. So put that expression for the radius in parentheses with a square. Times the height. The height we said was 3xy squared. Again, we know enough about monomials, so we should be able to simplify this. Let's take everything in this parenthesis and square it. What is 2 squared? 4. We have x squared, and we have y squared. I'm going to bring down to 3xy squared. So let's go ahead and multiply. Let's take 3.14 on your calculator. Please do that. 3.14 times 4 times 3. What do you get? 37.68. X to what power? The third. Y to the fourth. That is the expression we would use for a volume of that cylinder. What about this next figure? What's its shape?
Cube.
A cube. Okay. Looking at your formulas, do you see a formula for the volume of a cube? B equals S cubed. Well, hang on a second. S would be the lengths of your side, right? That means they would all have to be the same. This is actually not a cube because we don't have the same lengths of our length, width, and height. So what would I would more consider this a rectangular prism, but I disagree with the formula in the book. I don't think that we find volume by taking base times height. What should it be? Base times length times height, or length times width times height, if we want to look at it. I disagree with that formula there. So, guys, please keep that in the back of your mind. That one is not correct for this situation anyway. So the formula we should use for volume is length times width times height. What is the length? It really doesn't matter which side we call the length, does it?
3x cubed.
Okay, we can call 3x cubed our length, so what would be the width?
2x squared.
Okay, and then the height?
5x.
That would work. So let's substitute our expressions into our formula. The length is 3x cubed, so I'm going to put 3x cubed in for L. Times our width, 2x squared, times our height, Just simplify. You can do this. What is 3 times 2?
6.
And 6 times 5?
30.
We have 30x to what power?
6.
The 6th power, 30x to the 6th. Guys, you need to show your work. Write your formula, show substituting it in, showing your final answer. Okay? I'm going to ask that you practice a few problems today. We're continuing with simplifying our monomials, but we're also going to work with some of these figures. The assignment that I have on the board, I'm going to adjust slightly. We're going to do 27 through 48 and 58 through 60. Page 405, 27 through 48, and 58 through 60.